Okay, folks, I've had lots and lots of questions regarding the van. So I thought I'd just knock a quick video together. I know Steven Spielberg, this will be diabolical, so just bear with me. Okay, so starting off in the cab, lots of people asking about the cab. Pretty standard Renault Master cab, in all fairness. Obvious things that changes I've made are the steering wheel. So rather than the London bus style steering wheel that you get with these vans as standard, it's got a Renault Megane Sport leather-bound steering wheel on it, which is much more comfortable to use. In the middle, back end of Wallace there, sorry, Gromit, beg your pardon. You've got the sat nav, you've got the reversing camera, and you've got a Sony Bluetooth, USB, aux, you name it, all singing, dancing stereo. Cup holders I've added as well. USB sockets, there's lots. I think there's about half a dozen in that dash. There's some hidden away in the little console there, and there's a couple more above the drinks holders. Other than that, it's fairly standard. Twin front seats, obviously. My wife and grandson sit there, and obviously I park myself in the driver's seat typically. It's got a fold away armrest as well on the driver's seat. Okay, the driver's seat been absolutely transparent and honest, does have some damage to the seat squab, which is why it's got this seat cover on it. Okay, seat's fine, but it just doesn't look very pretty, so that's why that's on it. That's that. Right, moving back into the van again. All windows, I beg your pardon, I've got roller blinds on them, blackout blinds as you'd expect. Okay, so there we go, so blackout blind. The only exception to that is the one on the sliding door. This is actually magnetized. Okay, so this rolls up like that. You can see it. So when it's not in use, you roll it up, and then when you're ready to use it, there's magnets in this top rail and magnets in the bottom, and you literally just offer it up to the window, job done, and it sticks itself on. Blackout. Okay, same this side. That's a roller blind this side. TV, obviously. Right, okay, fire extinguisher down there. Let's put the kickboard lights on so you can see a bit better. Okay, so fire extinguisher down there. Oven, obviously, again. Okay, 4-ring hob, grill, oven, and then this glass door at the bottom here is a pan store. So all this stuff's immaculate. I'll just pop it open. Okay, it doesn't get an awful lot of use, in all honesty. But yeah, grill is there. You can use them all together, all independently, up to you, doesn't matter. Huge larder where we store obviously food and stuff, but it's also got the plumbing for the sink in it. Okay, so you see there, I mean, that goes back a long way. You'll have to take my word for it, but it goes back a long way. Those cupboards, you can get an awful lot of stuff in there. Apologies, by the way, this is still full of all our junk. The last time I went away, I've done absolutely nothing to it other than bring it back off holiday, take it for an MOT, which it passed, and park it up. So we probably won't go away in it again now until over Christmas and New Year anyway. Right, fridge. It did have originally a gas fridge in it. It wasn't particularly reliable. So we put an electric fridge in it, which works brilliantly off the solar and off the leisure batteries. Absolutely awesome. Even this time of year, it's brilliant. Okay, I find it more efficient than the gas fridge. My beers are always cold, which is all that's important. Okay, up to the sink. The isolator on. So sink, pumped water, obviously, as you can see. Okay, again, not rocket science. This moves wherever you want it. Okay, in the way, out the way, whatever. Okay, huge cutlery drawer. Doesn't need to be that big, I'm sure, but anyway, it goes back a long way, and you get an awful lot of junk as well as cutlery in it. Fridge, I think I've just mentioned, haven't I? Okay, fridge, very exciting. That's less than 12 months old. Just pop that in. The clip's just to stop the door flying open, obviously, when you're in transit. One of my favourite things in the van comes with it, Shell Island. 240 volt hookup. 240 volt sockets, I beg your pardon, with USB chargers built in. That's one of the vents for the blown air heating. Floor's filthy, sorry about that. So that's one of the vents for the blown air heating. Okay. Table's obviously collapsed at the moment, so I'll put that up in a minute and show you that. Smoke alarm, CO2 detector and internal temperature gauge on that. Solar controller, bedroom, which I'll do a bit of a demo and just explain. We've had quite a few questions on this, so I'll explain this in a minute. Just put those two on as well. Okay. So that one is the control panel for the heating. Obviously USB ports, cigarette lighter socket, etc. there, and then we've got controls here. So top left for the main cabin lights, that one's the isolator for the electric pump for the water. That one's a kickboard lights. That one turns on the isolates the heater, and the one on the right isolates the sockets beneath, USB sockets. Okay, so we'll knock some of these off. Okay, there we go. Okay, right, one of them, just before I get to the bed, this one here is basically empty underneath, so it's just a huge closed store, cupboard, whatever you want to call it. If we keep the van, we'll end up putting what do you call them, head lockers all down this bit of the wall here, this bit here. Okay, you know, for clothes and whatnot. We've never needed it. That's always been more than ample for the three of us when we've been in the van, but it's just something a modification I make. Most of that under there is leisure battery, heater, charger for the batteries when you're plugged into mains. There's a proper RCD. It's not just so the electric hookup goes through an RCD. It's not just, you know, cable and a, you know, cheap Halfords adapter. It's been done properly. Okay, one leisure battery is under there as well. The other one's just the other side of that wall, so they're literally inches apart, but one's inside the box here, one's the other side in the boot area. Okay, being absolutely honest, I only fitted one to start off with. I wanted two, so I fitted a second battery just the other side of the wall, and they're connected together. Okay, so biggest questions I probably get asked is about the bed. So most people, me self included, can sleep left to right. There you could probably see a little bit of an indent there. Okay, we've maximized the width of the van, so a bit of an indent there, and there's a seam behind the pillows that you can't see. Okay, to maximize the width for sleeping. If you are particularly tall, okay, so 6 foot plus, okay, or like me, you've got a dodgy knee, you need to stretch out now and again. I've come up with a solution. It's not obvious from the photos, I'll grant you, okay, as to how you can make the bed a lot bigger or longer. Sorry. So you can have the bed. So it starts basically, so the pillows are right at the end here, rather than left to right. You move pillows right to the end, and then your feet are down here. Okay, but obviously your feet will be hanging in fresh air. So, solution. I'm going to try and do this one-handed, and it probably won't work, so bear with me. So we've got these two things, which aren't obvious from the photos, but these legs slide out. Okay, they cantilever underneath the bed, so you know, you can have a small elephant stood on that, and it's not going anywhere. Same with this one. Okay, so there's your two legs, 1, 2. Okay, just tuck the bit of duvet underneath there. So then we've got this board. So I'll pick that up and try and do this one-handed and fail. There we go. That just drops into place there. Drops into place there. Okay, clicks in. That's level. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that is that board then, and it's not in the van at the moment, unfortunately, but there's a strip of what do you call it, foam, which we then put on the end here, pull the duvet over the end, and then we've then got our long bed, and it is seriously long, 7 foot tall. You're fitting in that no problem, and it's absolutely ideal. This is absolutely rock solid, as I said, because it cantilevers under the main bed base, so it ain't going anywhere. But as you can see, it literally takes a couple of seconds, and just the reverse is the same. So if I just pick up that panel up, we just, not very gracious, but throw it on top of the bed there we go. Okay, so that's it done. Push that back in, and it's gone. Bed's away, simple as that. Or you can just use it as is and left to right. Okay, which is why the foam's not in it, because I don't use it all the time, so the foam's in the house at the moment. But that basically allows you to use the bed in a different configuration, left to right or front, fore to aft. Okay, again, apologies for the filthy floor. The main garage is underneath, or not the main garage, the garage is behind that wall there. Pull out toilet, as you can see. Okay, it's also where we had our dogs. That's where they slept for the night time. It's like a massive kennel, if you like, but it's vast under there. Store all sorts of things. I'm pretty sure there's a photo of this on the listing. If somebody wants a video of it, I'll happily do it. But that is pretty much it. Little net compartments dotted here, there, and everywhere. Okay, around, smoke detector. There we go. And back to there again. Okay, and I think that is it.